a very important part of the Belships story has, of course, been your relationship with Japan. Can you tell us why you do so many deals with Japan, what makes it a unique partnership, and also the financing you have been able to get, which seems extremely attractive?
It starts with a company's competitive advantage and our analysis and view of what ours was. And 6 years ago, when we decided to expand the company, we had certain competitive advantages. One was that we were stock listed, which gave us an ability to finance ourselves with a wide range of credit alternatives. We had the management companies, technical and operations, everything in-house at that time. So we had the ability to take on ships and take on that growth. And then the question was where to buy and where to build. And from previous experience, I've seen how Japanese-built ships are cheaper and more efficient to operate. I've seen how when they age, they hold their value better. So the quality aspect was one. Number two is that the shipbuilding market in Japan is part of a circle where you have shipbuilding, but also ship financing, and then you have the charters or customers, and they are all for decades actually set up to cooperate in order to facilitate the ship export from Japan. So they have the quality, and then they've added a system which creates the fundament for financing these ships. And then a company like us, Belships, we step in and lease the ships for a long period. So all this comes together, and it actually it forms the core of our strategy and our competitive advantage. This is our biggest competitive advantage: the ability to have access to the best ships in a world and market where the number of shipbuilders are actually decreasing. So that's number one. And then the financing of it, we've focused on this for a long time. And then you can also add that generally Japanese and Norwegian, we cooperate very well together. We have a meeting of minds in a number of aspects, and this creates a lot of trust and efficiency when it comes to making contracts and entering into new business. So it's also one of the reasons why Belships are able to, as a company, we're able to keep the a number of employees lower actually, because we have very little issues with the ships. They're high quality. We have zero issues with our counterparts and friends in Japan. We just don't have disputes. So all of this creates a very efficient and frictionless relationship. So, I mean, in Belships we're less than 10 employees, and if you add the number of purchases and sales of ships and new buildings and finance structures, I think we're well past 50. So, and a big reason that this has been possible is that we do this in Japan. We have a very efficient and smooth way of working together. So that I would say that's probably our biggest competitive advantage.
Is it possible to state why Japan has such a high quality on ships that is hard to replicate from other nations, or is it just craftsmanship compounded years over years that makes them, in maybe your opinion, the best shipbuilders?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think one of them is that, I mean, also in other sectors, Japan has been able to standardize products of high quality. So you can look to other sectors than shipbuilding. Actually, you can look to electronics or automobile industry as well. That Japan has a competitive advantage in terms of putting together quality products, and in series, I mean, from manufacturing. So. And they've also, like I said, with the ship financing, they have been able as a country to facilitate exports So I mean, they are an island, so they are importing a lot of commodities for energy, for example, or other consumption. And then one of their exports has been shipbuilding or automotives, electronics, and so forth. So I think they're very well aware of their competitive advantages and very capable of creating efficient and high quality. In the circumstance of ships, for example, shipyards which are able to build very high, a large number of series of ships which have been popular in the market. So this, I mean, for us as a Norwegian company and European customers, this goes back to the, let's say, the 70s, when the ship exports really started being a growing industry. And then other countries have started to replicate and shipping developed into, after Japan, Korea of course built a shipbuilding industry, and then of course China. But Japan have never lost the grip on its part of it. So so we're very fortunate to be part of that, and we take it as an active part of our strategy. Actually, the Japanese ships and financing.